Coffee with the Commish, coming to you from Colts Neck, New Jersey, where today I am joined by Mud Dogs, member of the league since 2015. He's the father to Madison Hedgecocks, uncle to Drug-Infested Den, uncle to myself, brother-in-law to Mean Machine, and either a second cousin or a second uncle to Establish This.
Yeah, something like that.
Some sort of relation.
Yeah.
Welcome to the program.
Glad to be here.
Appreciate you coming on. What kind of coffee are we drinking?
I always know when I come to the Morehouse, I'm gonna get good coffee, and we could call today turkey with the Commish too. We had a turkey dinner. Mean Machine made a nice mean turkey. He's good every year. We've been doing it, and Mean Machine is really good cook.
If you couldn't tell, this episode was filmed on Thanksgiving night, so we'll see when it's released. But again, what kind of coffee are we drinking? What kind of brand?
This is Starbucks. Which one did I? Holiday Blend.
Holiday Blend, very nice.
Holiday
I
Blend.
have the Starbucks French roast, so for the inquiring minds. How do you take your coffee?
I take it milk, no sugar. Never put sugar in my coffee.
Is it always regular, or do you do decaf?
Never decaf. No
Okay.
point. No point in decaf.
Right, a waste of time.
Yeah.
Well, appreciate you coming on the program. I think you know the drill by now. We're going to talk about you for a little bit.
Okay.
And talk about fantasy football, the main business here of the program, and then we're going to play a game called Hit and Run. Sound good to you?
Sounds good.
All right. So, personally about you, you are currently the technology manager at Johnson & Johnson.
That's correct.
You've been there for, looks like, about 16 years or so.
15, but yeah,
15.
close enough.
We'll round up to 16.
Yeah.
What does that job entail?
I'm a computer IT guy. I've been doing it for about 35 years. So a lot of different technology products. I do a lot of work with cloud computing, working with Amazon and Microsoft and products, things like that.
So how often do friends and family bug you for technical support or general questions that are
It used to be a lot. It used to be a lot a few years back, but not that much anymore. I think nowadays people are just getting so used to their own technology that they don't really need me anymore.
So it's gotten a little easier.
It's gotten a lot easier.
Okay. Well, hopefully, when Untouchable watches this, he doesn't start dialing you up because he
He might. I may have to know what I know now. He may invite me over for the next draft.
Yes, draft night is a big deal where he has tech support.
I did have tech problems in the last draft, and I had to reboot twice, but I didn't get.
Wow.
I didn't auto pick.
Wow.
I didn't get an auto pick.
Glad to hear there's no auto pick. You were born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, right?
Yes, Brooklyn.
And you went to college at San Diego State, probably
Yeah.
the opposite of Brooklyn, New
Yeah,
York. How'd
yeah.
that happen?
Well, I actually went to community college in Brooklyn, and then I was going to transfer to a 4-year school, and I was thinking about going to either Baruch in Manhattan or Brooklyn College or a few choices like that. And it sounded very boring to me, and I decided to go as far as I could go without leaving the country, without leaving the continental U.S.
So you go to school all the way out in San Diego.
Yes.
Why the hell did you come back? How'd you not stay out there?
I almost stayed out there. At the time I graduated, it was probably like 3 recessions ago, and the job market in San Diego was really, really bad. It was horrendous, and I would have had to leave San Diego anyway. I would have had to go up to L.A. or maybe San Francisco. I hated LA, so I thought I'll come back to New York, work a while, go back to San Diego maybe a few years later. Then I met my wife, and we got the Hedgecocks.
Yes, you do.
In New Jersey.
Yes. Is there ever a pipe dream that eventually you want to retire in San Diego, move out?
No, I'll never go back to California. The place is, I used to love it there, but it's become a mess there.
Yeah.
I don't know where I want to retire. I'm probably, I think I'm the oldest guy in the league, oldest unretired guy.
So how far away are you from retirement?
Technically, well, I'm 58. I probably want to go till 62, so like 3.5 years, but who knows? I don't know when I'm going to really retire.
Well, when that time comes, 4 years, whatever that is, we have 4 other guys in the league that are already retired, so I'm sure you'll get plenty of advice.
Yep.
Untouchable, I'm sure will have some good recommendations for you. The Machine, Jimmy Legs, and Pops Fish as well. So just dial them up when that happens.
Sounds good.
Let's talk business, fantasy football wise. It's your 4th season in the league. You joined in 2015. You came in with Establish This So I gotta ask you, he came in the same time as you. He has 2 championships already. He's just running the table in this league. Not so much for the Mud Dogs. Why not?
I don't know. I think the first couple of years, I think I was just winging it. I didn't really.
He didn't respect the league at that point.
Yeah, I don't think I knew what I was doing. I did a lot of stupid stuff, like I'd be watching I'll be honest with you, I don't watch a lot of football at all, and I've turned it around this year, and I would attribute it all to just a lot of research. Like if you offer me a trade of an obvious trade that's in my favor, I won't take it on the spot because I don't even know. I gotta look it up, except for a few players. So I think I've upped my game as far as research and analysis. Before that, I would do stupid shit, like I'd be watching a Giant game and I'd see someone like Orleans Darkwa come in a game and get 100 yards, and then I'd pick him up and start him the next week, and he'd put up a 0, so like I did stupid stuff like that. So although my first year I did make the playoffs.
Well, I do have your little history here. So your career record as of this filming is 28 wins, 28 losses. So you're right at 500. You came in 6th place in 2015, 6th place in 2016. So back-to-back years. You did make the playoffs when you were winging it.
Did I make it the first 2 years? I know the first year.
That was the first 2 years, yeah.
I made it the first
2017, so last year.
Last year I fell off.
Yeah, you were in 13th last year. Again, as of this filming now, you're in 2nd place with an 8-3 record. Your team looks pretty solid. Is this the year the Mud Dogs break through?
Well, I'm not going to say anything because it's Thanksgiving Day, and by the time this airs, I could be eliminated. So who knows?
We're trying to get this out before the playoffs. Okay. We'll see.
But I like my chances this year. I have a good team. My points have been on a downslide. I've lost the last 2, so hopefully next 2 weeks. This week I got Mean Machine. Since I'm here tonight on Thanksgiving, it's currently 30. He's beat me 33-1. I put up 1 point today. I spot him the 33 points while I'm here to be nice. And when I go home, we'll flip it around. Next week should be a pretty easy game. I forget who I'm playing next week, but I think it's an easy
Some
game.
team that rhymes with Schmitney Schmidens.
See, I probably just jinxed myself. But
I hope you did. I hope you did.
Do we believe in jinxes in this league?
Well, I tried to jinx drug-infested Den in last week's weekly notes by hyping up his projected points because I was playing him and saying how there was no way he was going to fail to meet that projection. Well, it backfired. He did meet that projection, and he wiped me out.
So the jinx didn't work?
The jinx did not work. But
okay, so yeah, because we don't believe in jinxes, because I was going to say drug-infested Den looks like the team to beat right now. He's really putting up the points. And I also, you know who else I think it really has a good shot this year, since we don't believe in jinxes? I think Giants Rule could win his first championship, right?
Really?
He never won, right? From what I understand, right? 18 years, never won.
Longest tenure team.
And he's been hot. He beat me pretty good. He's got a good team. I think Giants Rule can take this thing.
Let's talk about the meaning of your team name, Mud Dogs. Now, I know what it means, but maybe some others in the league might not. Can you explain it?
Yeah, Mud Dogs is from a movie, The Water Boy. And if you look at my logo, it's a picture of Adam Sandler when he's... if you've seen that movie, it's a very silly movie, but I liked it. And I liked the name when I first joined the league, but the full name of the team wouldn't fit. Yeah, I think it's the Southeast Louisiana State Mud Dogs or something crazy
something
like
ridiculously long.
Yeah, so I put it in and then I abbreviated it and I just went with Mud Dogs.
I think it's one of the best names in the league.
So oh, you like it?
Yeah, give you props for that. Now, did you know that this year is the 20th anniversary of the release of that movie?
I did not know that.
Yeah. You may want to Google it. Adidas is doing this whole promotion where you can get like the Bobby Boucher jersey and like a bag and all that stuff. If you do win the fantasy championship, you want to treat yourself to some Mud Dogs gear?
I think I will do that, yeah. That
So.
sounds like a great way to spend the money.
Do you have a favorite character in The Waterboy?
Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher?
Yeah.
Not Farmer Fran or Coach Klein or anybody?
Yeah, I mean, it was a funny movie, but he was the whole movie. I liked his girlfriend, too.
It's a good character.
Oh no, well, Mama.
Oh, you like the? Oh yes.
Mama. Yeah,
She plays good.
Mama say.
Yeah. Oh, Mama. We've talked about potentially implementing a last place prize, which is really a last place penalty, as soon as 2019, where if you come in dead last, you have to go through a punishment. Some of the ideas that have been floated around are the last place team having to go somewhere to take the SATs.
Okay.
There's some other wild
Yeah, I don't like
ideas.
that.
Okay, but do you support the idea of a punishment for last place? And if so, do you have any ideas?
I'm not gonna call it a punishment, but some activity or something you could do. Do I have to come up with one?
No, not on this episode, but you support the idea.
Oh yeah, I support the idea.
For the record, I think only Untouchable is opposed so far. So
Well, so we'll start it next year.
we'll start it next season.
Yeah,
yes.
we'll start it next season.
Yes. Play a little hit run.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you some questions. You just first thing comes to mind, just throw it out there. Here we go. Favorite meal?
Meal, you said?
Favorite meal? Yes.
Italian food, chicken parm.
Chicken parm. Your favorite Seinfeld episode? I know you're a big Seinfeld guy.
Oh, jeez. Keith Hernandez.
Keith Hernandez episode. Nice choice. Late night snack. Go-to snack.
I don't eat too many late night snacks.
Okay. So nothing you're grabbing at midnight?
Maybe. Well, my wife will disagree. She'll probably laugh at me, but I can't think anything. I eat a lot of stuff, so it's up in the air.
So we'll pass on that
Yeah,
question.
okay.
Who would play you in a movie?
People have told. I don't. Some people said I look like Kevin Costner, but I don't know.
Kevin Costner.
Yeah, I don't know.
I could see that. I like that. Not a bad answer. It is Thanksgiving, as we mentioned at the time of this filming. What would you say is the most overrated Thanksgiving dish?
Overrated
Overrated,
Thanksgiving
yeah.
dish. God, I like them all. I gotta think of what I don't.
One that just gets a lot of hype, that everybody loves, that is just so-so in your head.
I don't know. Stuffing.
Stuffing.
Yeah.
Okay. Best team name in the league other than your own?
Best team name. Well, everyone's been giving him a lot of crap, and I'm going with the Untouchables because I like.
Really?
The name. I like the name. I don't care if he's having an off year. That doesn't mean you change your name. It's a good name, and I like the name. I like it.
Now he's gonna appreciate the support. But what if I told you that earlier today he broke the news that he's changing his name next year?
He's changing it. Well, that's his choice. I hope is he going back to Freehold with a lowercase
He
f?
said he'll never go back to Freehold lowercase f.
Okay,
So
so
that
we'll
disappointed me. But
Yeah, you could use my baseball name if you want because you told me you loved the name, but it'd be a little weird. But it happens. You can cross.
he does love Goodfellas.
Yes.
Worst team.
I am the Goodfellas in baseball. By the way.
Yes, for clarification. Worst team name in the league.
Okay. This is a tough one, but I am going to agree with Pop's Fish.
Pop's Fish.
Yes.
You're not crazy about that one.
No.
Oh, you're
I
gonna
like
agree
Pop's
with,
Fish.
Okay, you like Pop's Fish.
I'm going to agree with Pop's Fish that the worst names are the Mountaineers and Giants Rule.
Yeah.
Mainly because, and it came out, you said it yourself, the names are probably like back in like 6th grade or something like that. It's like, change those names. It's no nostalgia.
They're god-awful names.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
We should get those changed. But you're going to dinner with 3 people in the league. Who are you inviting?
Okay, number 1 is Untouchable. He's coming to dinner.
Every dinner, Untouchable is
Untouchable's coming. But,
every single meal.
But the second guy is going to be great because we're bringing Maddie in. Established
this, okay.
Established Fist and Untouchable. We're going to dinner. The third guy is going to be you. You're going to come in to record everything that takes place.
Okay.
Right? You're going to be there. You're going to be like the middle guy to watch, and we're gonna do this probably next season before the trade deadline. Me and Untouchable, we're gonna work on Establish This. We're gonna get him drunk. We're gonna get him to spill a pitcher of beer over his head, and we're gonna steal some of his bench players because they're really good. So we're gonna go out. It's gonna be a fun night.
Well, I appreciate the invite. I know Untouchable will be excited because he says he's never met Establish This.
Yes, so it's gonna be a great meeting.
Right, so it'll be a great opportunity to introduce.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Great idea. You're commissioner for one day. You have to kick one person out of the league. Who are you kicking out?
One person. I'm kicking out.
Yeah, kicking somebody out. Tough decisions as a commissioner. It's hard.
I'm not kicking anyone out.
Not kicking anyone out. It's just it comes with the territory,
Maybe I'll do it so I'll kick myself out. How's that?
It's a cop out. I'll let you have it because I'm a nice host. You get one question for the commish. What is it?
So when you guys were young, you guys used to play bloody knuckles all the time.
Absolutely.
Do you guys still play? Do you and Amanda, do you ever play bloody knuckles?
No, but the week leading up to Nittany Lions Drug Infested Den, we played Bloody Knuckles leading up to that, and it's like sort of a challenge between us. And
Wait, this is recent?
Absolutely.
Oh, the cow.
No, we have in years. For those that have no idea what we're talking about, this is back when Ryan and I were 10 and 13 years old, something like that. In the basement of our lovely grandma Rena, we would spin around, or we would, what we did was spin around a quarter, and then if it fell off the table or if it got off the edge of the table, you had to flick the other person. I don't remember the rules, but basically you lost if your knuckles started bleeding. So that's what we did as pre-teens or so.
Yep, Kerry and Steve, everyone used to play. It was funny.
If we can find any footage of it, we'll release it. But
I bet you I have some of it somewhere.
Well, my dogs appreciate you coming on the program, and good luck the rest of the season.
Well, thanks.